Tim Lincecum, aka The Freak, is an instantly recognizable baseball icon who was the league's most dominant pitcher for 2 consecutive years. His funky mechanics and flexibility fueled an explosive pitching delivery. In his arsenal, Lincecum possessed a turbocharged fastball that, for a man his size, baffled players and spectators alike. Tim also utilized several devastating off-speed and breaking pitches in his repertoire. His charming but authentic persona made rooting for him an easy task. Hardware championships and multiple historic performances defined his Hall of Fame peak that was accompanied by injuries. Big Time Timmy Jim achieved more than many players currently occupying Cooperstown. Thank you to everyone for the suggestions, and make sure to leave a comment on who you want to see next. As always, if you enjoy, please leave a like and consider subscribing. Timothy Leroy Lincecum was born on June 15, 1984 in Bellevue, Washington. His father, Chris, played collegiate baseball and taught his son the fundamentals of pitching. As a 5'9" high school senior, Lincecum threw 94 miles per hour and struck out nearly 2 batters per inning. Tim was a late-round pick in the 2003 MLB draft, but turned it down and accepted a full-ride scholarship to the University of Washington. His unorthodox pitching motion that incorporated a herky-jerky leg kick was the basis for his iconic nickname, The Freak. During his junior year, he struck out 199 batters in 125 and a third innings, recording a 1.94 ERA. He won the Golden Spikes Award, presented to the best amateur baseball player in the United States. In the 2006 MLB Draft, the San Francisco Giants selected him 10th overall, 3 picks behind Clayton Kershaw and 1 pick in front of Max Scherzer. In 2007, Lincecum carved up the competition, producing a .29 ERA and striking out 13.4 batters per 9 innings. The Giants summoned him to the big league squad, and Tim debuted on May 6th. He struggled to command the strike zone, surrendering 5 runs in a no decision. Outside of some inconsistencies, Lincecum showed great effectiveness, including a 12 strikeout, no runs allowed performance against the Arizona Diamondbacks on July 1st. In 24 starts, Lincecum generated a 4 ERA and 9.2 strikeouts per 9 innings. In 2008, Tim Lincecum took his game to the next level. The Freak became the new face of Giants baseball, sparking another nickname, The Franchise. His long hair added to his mystical aura. Lincecum's pitch mix comprised a fastball topping out at 98 miles per hour, a slider, curveball, and a filthy changeup. By hiding the ball extraordinarily well, hitters had a difficult time deciphering which offering was in store for them. Sports Illustrated featured him on the cover of their magazine, describing him as a 170-pound man-child. A 2.57 ERA and 135 strikeouts in the first half merited his first All-Star selection, but unfortunately Tim contracted the flu and was unable to participate in the Midsummer Classic. In a sizzling stretch from July 26 to August 27th, Lincecum gave up no more than 2 runs in every start and exceeded 110 pitches 6 times, peaking in an astounding 132 pitches. He compiled a 1.45 ERA and 67 Ks in 49 2/3 innings. In September, he set the San Francisco era record with his 252nd strikeout and made history in his final start, becoming the first pitcher since Sid Fernandez in 1986 to record his first 9 outs via strikeout. Lincecum closed the season with an MLB best 265 strikeouts, 59 more than second place in the NL and 2 shy of the Giants' all-time mark held by Christy Mathewson. Tim also led the league in ERA+, FIP, hits per 9, home runs per 9, Ks per 9, win-loss percentage, batting average against, and pitching WAR. Johan Santana was the only NL pitcher with a lower ERA. Lincecum garnered MVP votes and was named the National League Cy Young winner, becoming only the 2nd Giants player to receive this honor. He joined Dwight Gooden, Bret Saberhagen, and Fernando Valenzuela as the only pitchers with this accolade in their first full MLB season. Tim's initial response to winning the award was priceless.
Woohoo! I literally yelled a couple times after I got off the phone, so it was pretty nice.
After bursting onto the scene, Lincecum was the cover athlete for the video game MLB 2K9. In one of the most memorable videos promoting baseball that I can remember, Big Time Timmy Jim really shines in this SportsCenter advertisement.
Hey, this is the Freaky Franchise here. Big Time Timmy Jim's office here.
No one even calls me that.
Hi, this is Tim Lincecum. If you leave your name, number, and a short message, I'll be sure to get...
Hey, Big Time Timmy Jim, what's up?
If you're unhappy with your greeting.
In April of 2009, Lincecum curbed a slow start to the season with back-to-back gems against the Arizona Diamondbacks, yielding 1 run in 16 innings of work and fanning 25 batters. Tim's superb performance in June was highlighted by a 1.48 ERA and 48 Ks. In a 4-start stretch, he tossed 3 complete games, including 2 shutouts, earning the Freak a Pitcher of the Month nod. Lincecum landed a gig as the National League starting pitcher at the All-Star Game. On July 27th, Tim struck out a career-high 15 Pirates in a complete game victory. He ended the year with 261 strikeouts, a 2.34 FIP, 10.4 strikeouts per nine, 4 complete games, 2 shutouts, and 7.4 pitching WAR, all league-leading tallies. Tim was 71% better than league average according to ERA+, and his 2.48 ERA ranked second in the NL, only behind Chris Carpenter. In front of the home fans, Lincecum was at his best, boasting a 1.88 ERA in 17 starts. He received MVP votes and in a close race secured his second consecutive Cy Young. In the history of the award, 22 pitchers have won 2 or more, and just 11 of those did so in back-to-back seasons. In the offseason, some mischievous doobie rolling made him even more of a folk hero.
Rolling doobies!
Lincecum's celebrity status prompted a significant salary increase, going from league minimum to a 2-year, $23 million contract that avoided arbitration. In 2010, Tim made his 3rd All-Star team, but shortly after experienced a personal 5-game losing streak in August. He rebounded impressively by posting a sub-2 ERA and winning 5 of 6 in September. Lincecum's final start helped maintain San Francisco's 2-game division lead over the Padres. For the 3rd straight year, Tim led the league in strikeouts and strikeouts per nine, later placing 10th in Cy Young voting. After finishing 4th and 3rd in the preceding 2 years, the Giants clinched the NL West on the last day of the regular season. Led by co-aces Tim Lincecum and Matt Cain, alongside Madison, Bumgarner, and Jonathan Sánchez, the rotation proved formidable. Lincecum's masterful complete game shutout in Game 1 of the NLDS set the tone for their series win against the Atlanta Braves. He allowed 2 hits, a walk, and punched out 14. Giants manager Bruce Bochy, in an interview from 2020, declared it as the best game he ever pitched. Facing the Phillies in the NLCS, Big Time Timmy Jim outdueled Roy Halladay in their Game 1 victory, took a tough luck loss in Game 5, and appeared in relief during Game 6. San Francisco advanced to the World Series, opposing the Texas Rangers. Tim won both of his starts as the Giants claimed their first title since moving to San Francisco in 1958. In 2011, despite his 2.74 ERA ranking 5th in the NL, Tim's 13-14 record reflected inadequate run support. He allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in 6 of those losses. Lincecum was still an all-star and continued to be a workhorse, extending his streak of over 210 innings pitched to 4 straight seasons. In the NL, he tied for 3rd with 220 strikeouts and finished 6th in Cy Young voting. In the offseason, Lincecum opted for a 2-year, $40.5 million deal with the Giants over their 5-year, $100 million offer, preferring year-to-year commitments. In 2012, Tim Lincecum faced a challenging season as the velocity on his heater plummeted to the low 90s and high 80s, leading to an inflated 5.18 ERA. He continued to start every game and kept a high strikeout rate, but paced the league in losses, earned runs, and wild pitches. The Giants won the NL West division crown again, but Lincecum's struggles necessitated a move to the bullpen for the postseason. He excelled in his new role, recording a .69 ERA in relief and helping the Giants secure their 2nd ring in 3 years by sweeping the Tigers in the World Series. In 2013, a now short-haired Lincecum fared better than his rocky campaign a year prior, but still fell short of the Cy Young caliber pitcher he used to be. On July 13th, he defied his new expectations by capturing his first no-hitter against the Padres at Petco Park, doing so on a career-high 148 pitches. He walked 4 and struck out 13. Notwithstanding his diminished form, the Giants retained their fan-favorite player by signing Lincecum to a 2-year, $35 million extension. On June 25, 2014, Tim was lights out in a near-perfect game. A 2nd-inning walk was the only base runner allowed, as he retired the last 23 batters consecutively to seal the no-hitter. Currently, 35 pitchers have accomplished this feat multiple times. Both no-nos came at the Padres' expense, a team Lincecum dominated throughout his career, amassing a 2.20 ERA and 223 strikeouts in 205 innings against them. In the even-year Giants' 3rd championship run in 5 years, the Freak made his lone appearance in Game 2 of the World Series against the Kansas City Royals, firing 1 2/3 scoreless innings with 2 Ks. From April 10th to May 20th, 2015, it appeared that vintage Lincecum had been restored minus the strikeouts. In that time, he had a 2.08 ERA and opponents hit .220 against him. In July, he was diagnosed with a degenerative condition in both hips, ending his season and requiring surgery. A plausible root cause was the mileage he had put on his arm at such a young age. In the 3-year span from 2008 to 2010, he averaged 107 pitches per start, with 14 occurrences of 120 plus. At season's end, Lincecum and the Giants parted ways after he hit free agency. A one-year deal with the Angels yielded dismal results. He made 9 starts and posted a 9.16 ERA. Sadly, 2016 marked Tim's last stint in MLB at just 32 years old. After a lost 2017 season, Lincecum's older brother Sean tragically passed away in 2018. Tim changed his uniform number from 55 to 44 in Sean's honor. Lincecum signed with the Rangers as a relief pitcher, but a blister on his finger extinguished the comeback attempt. Following his release in June, Tim's playing days were over. In a 10-year career, Tim Lincecum accumulated 110 wins, a 3.74 ERA, and 1,736 strikeouts. His resume includes 4 All-Star appearances, 3 World Series rings, back-to-back Cy Young Awards, and 2 no-hitters. Currently, there are 2 players with 3 or more World Series championships, multiple Cy Youngs, and at least 2 no-hitters: Sandy Koufax and Tim Lincecum. The freak sightings have been few and far between in recent years, with an exception being when he attended Bruce Bochy's retirement ceremony in 2019. Little did we know then that he would be managing another World Series team a mere 4 years later. The heartbreaking passing of Tim's wife Kristen in 2022 was another profound loss for a man who just turned 40 years old at the time of this video. Lincecum's journey to a Hall of Fame induction is more complex than meets the eye. Longevity is a core value to become a member, and the perceived lack of career milestones has overshadowed Tim's remarkable achievements. In his first year of eligibility in 2022, Lincecum did not fulfill the 5% minimum vote threshold to remain on future ballots. Tim Lincecum accomplished so much in a relatively short time. He defined an era and racked up accolades that many current enshrined players could only dream of. The unceremonious ending should not detract from the countless moments that will last a lifetime. Whether he enters Cooperstown or not, Lincecum will forever be remembered as a beloved superstar in baseball lore. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and consider subscribing. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.